Grand Rising Divine Tribe, it's your girl Ocean Messenger here with another message from the waves. I hope you got through your weekend all right, as it was Friday the 13th. And as you know, these gooms and goblins, they like to carry out tactics for more than just one day when it comes to their holidays. So they took the whole weekend to do their blood rituals and sacrifices and all the other demonic things that they were up to. So I hope, as usual, you dodge the spiritual haterade bullets. I had on my mind this morning, well, this rising, I don't like saying morning, because that goes back to slavery times when they would make the slaves say good morning because they wanted them to be in constant mourning. So I tried to steer away from saying that. But this rising, I was thinking about geodes. And geodes, as it says on Google, a geode is a hollow, spherical to subspherical rock containing an inner cavity lined with mineral crystals such as quartz, amethyst, or calcite, formed within volcanic or sedimentary rocks. They often appear plain and bumpy on the outside, hiding a sparkling crystal interior. Common uses include interior decoration, jewelry making, and geological study, with popular varieties found in Brazil, Uruguay, and the U.S. Key characteristics and usage. Appearance. Usually they appear as inconspicuous, lumpy round rocks, often referred to as potato stones in certain areas. Formation. They originate in gas bubbles within volcanic lava or cavities in sedimentary rock, where mineral-rich water seeps in over millions of years to form crystals. Inside composition. While often filled with quartz or amethyst, they can contain calcite, chalcedony, or iron. Usage and decoration. Frequently displayed as decorative mineral specimens, jewelry, cut and polished for use in necklaces, earrings, and rings. Study, educational for studying crystal growth. Synonyms, synonyms, related terms. While they are distinct from nodules, which are completely solid inside, or thunderics, a specific type of solid volcanic nodule, they are often grouped together as mineral-filled rocks. Geodes are often found in areas with volcanic ash, limestone, or riverbeds, and their exterior texture is typically rough rather than smooth. And so for a lot of us, Divine Collective, we are geodes. To a lot of people, we are inconspicuous. We look lumpy. We look like we don't really have too much going on as far as the outside would appear. But if people would take a crack and take a look into the sides of us, they would see the quartz and the amethyst and the calcite and everything that we are made up of. And it didn't take, it wasn't overnight for a lot of us, most of us, in our journeys. And so for many, 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 many years, we have been forming on the inside as far as who we are and who we uniquely are to ourselves and to the Most High. And a lot of people, like I said, they just seen the rough outer exterior of us and they judged us like a book, cover of a book, and they didn't take a look into the depths of us. And now that they have gone and tried to tap into the unknown of us and have cracked into some of our Akashic records and have tapped into spiritual realms to see who we truly are, now they are seeing our sparkly selves. And because a lot of them seen us just being ordinary and not much of nothing, because they pretty much traded us for that shiny object, for that fool's gold. Now that they do know the interior of us, they're falling apart. And that's exactly the energy that I'm feeling right now. A lot of people we have had to turn our backs on, and we have completely had to eliminate them from our energy. And so now that we are in our sparkle mode, a lot of people want to extra go hard and try to steal our shine, because before, you know, they wanted to steal what they thought that they seen on the outside of us. But now that they see everything that's going on in the inside of us. Now they really want to try and gaslight and attack and manipulate and go even harder. And so, divine chosen ones, I encourage you to continue to be that shiny, beautiful geode. I love geodes. Just being able to slice into one of them and see the extravagance and splendor of them, because all things are formed from the Most High, is just it's really amazing to see. And so a lot of us also, we are primordial, and we have been grown from volcanic eruptions and from ash and from limestone, and a lot of us are petrified wood, and we have existed for a very mighty long time. And so just continue to elevate that shine of yours and continue to be the sparkly geodes that you are. I just wanted to put that out there today. Something that the Most High had put on my mind was geodes, so I just wanted to put that out there. Gonna go ahead and tap into the energy, see what's going on for us today, and see what's going on around us as well. Please take the messages as they resonate. This is a general message. Not every aspect of what I say may relate to you. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly, and leave some divine gems for somebody else. I appreciate the likes, the subscribes. Thank you to my new subscribers. I really appreciate that. And even if you're a looky-loo, I still appreciate it, because hopefully something that I say can resonate to you and your healing and your growing and your journey as far as coming out of that karmic field land. All right, so let's see what we got. Take whatever flies out as usual. And we have a lot going on. A lot fell out. Also, let's see what we got, guys. Go through these. So we've got the Hangman position again today. New perspective, aha moment. Awakening, surrender, epiphany, release, let go, allow, yield. And that's kind of like the aha moment of the geodes that I was talking about. A lot of us are being able to basically cut our own selves open and be able to see the sparkly selves of our own inner selves. And as you see, she is spinning so flowy and just lightly on that ring, and allowing herself to let go and to yield to the movement of the ring, I would say. On the flip side, for Hangman, for Karmicville, they're feeling uncertain. They're having delayed tactics. Those plots and plans that they thought were going to work out definitely did not. They are still resisting the change, resisting to seeing us for who we truly are, and obviously have been lacking focus of who we are this whole time. A lot of us have been the same from day one, been sweet and kind-hearted and giving and all that good stuff, because they didn't want to see that, and because they took what we gave for granted. Now they are on hold, and they are in a stalled movement, which is none. Keep that on the upright. Next card. Eight of Swords. In the downright. Release limitations. Release limiting beliefs. Mental strength is up to you. Take back your power. You're set free. Escape. Conquer. Self-doubt. That's exactly what we are doing. Divine Collective, we are definitely regaining our mental strength. It is up to us, and it has been past time to take back our power. We are set free. A lot of us have escaped, and if you have, please do not turn back and do not allow that veil to be put on your eyes. And definitely conquer your self-doubt. See you for who you truly are, and open that geode and see the magnetic person that you are. On the flip side, for the Eight of Swords, they're in self-entrapment, negative thoughts, doom and gloom, drama king or queen, hands tied, paralyzed crisis. Their hands are definitely tied. They thought that they could see everything. As you see, the lighthouse is in the back, and they're walking in the complete opposite of it, into the crashing waves. And so that's exactly what they're facing right now. Feeling paralyzed, stuck, and entrapped, like they wanted us to be. Five of Swords. Shifting the energy, variety, change it up, adapt, conquer self-doubt again, embrace change, do it differently, make amends, unexpected surprises. And a lot of us are embracing new changes through conquering our self-doubt, doing a lot of things differently, switching up our schedules, trying to keep our left hand from knowing what the right is doing, and also trying to keep karmic field from knowing what we're doing so that they don't have a chance to change it up for us. Right now, as it is springtime, a lot of you guys in the Divine Collective, you're going to be seeing unexpected surprises, and I'm looking forward to those unexpected surprises. See, he's got some flowers behind his back, and she is getting ready to be surprised, and that's exactly what's going to happen for a lot of us that have been surprised with the elements of those that we thought loved us who truly didn't. Unexpected betrayals, I would say. And so now on the flip side of that, we are getting ready not only to change it up, but the Most High is changing everything up, and I'm so happy for that, because it's time to be able to enjoy the variety and spice of life. I shall. On the flip side, not by the rules. A lot of these people did not follow the rules, and that's definitely in the spiritual realms. They didn't follow any of the spiritual laws. So a lot of them came at us. As you see, he has a knife behind his back in this picture. He's offering some flowers as if he's sweet and charismatic and giving, but as you see, he's ready to slice and dice. So a lot of people are feeling a lot of defeat, conflict, self-sacrificing their own selves from the plots and plans that they had going. Those are now being transferred right back to them, because they wanted to be in controlling, manipulative, dominating places of power and wanted to be abusive towards us. We have now turned our backs to them. As you see, she is not even bothered. She's very she don't want to hear it. She's not wanting to hear anything, and that is also a lot of us divine ones, masculines and feminines. We don't want to hear anything from anyone from our past, especially a lot of those supposed to be romantic situationships. So as you see, her back is turned and she's not looking back, and that's exactly what we need to continue to keep doing. Otherwise, we will have another sword in our backs. Next card. High Priestess. A lot of us are bridging worlds. We are here in the physical world, but a lot of us, we astral travel between worlds. And so bringing that spiritual into the physical. As you see, she's holding the moon. It brings intuition, brings emotions, and she's holding it with care. And it's illuminating a lot for her. Holding sacred wisdom, she's in her inner knowing. She is seeing her higher self through the brightness, the illumination. The moon also carries mysteries, for it does have a dark side to the light side. In this time, just stay calm and know that not only are you bridging worlds, but the Most High is definitely bridging worlds, the archangels, and definitely our ancestors who have been turning over in their graves for some time now because of the corruptness and the vengeance and the deceit that has been going on the flip side. Keep it all in. Disconnected, withholding, suppressed intuition, secrets, missing information, isolation, kept in the dark. And that's a lot what has to do with those who are coming up against us. They were misinformed about who we were in the first place. They were kept in dark who we were, and they were kept in the dark as to why they were trying to come up after us, because a lot of these hierophants sent out a lot of these supposed to be high priests and priestesses, emperors and empresses, and they really are sewer maidens, and a lot of them are thieves, and a lot of them are scammers, especially the love scammers, stuff like that. So a lot of these people that were sent in by the hierophants, they should have used their intuition. Instead, they suppressed it, and they disconnected from truly knowing what was all really going on. So not only were we kept in the dark with some of that, they were kept in the dark as far as that as well. A lot of them wanted us to be in isolation and kept tucked away from the world, and wanted to keep us as secrets as well, especially for those of us that found out we were in true situationships where they had a whole bunch of secrets in their closet. They withheld a lot of things from us. They disconnected from us. And so, like in the previous card, we have turned our backs and we are disconnected from them. And I encourage you guys to go ahead and keep on doing that. I shall continue to follow your inner intuition. Ooh, confirmation hiccups. Continue to follow your inner intuition and continue to shine the light on the dark that has been going on. Next card. Strength, invisible force, gentle persuasion, compassion, confidence, courage, self-belief, infinite potential, personal power, influential, wisdom. So invisible force, continue to be those geodes. Like I said, a lot of people, they just see the dull, mundane outer side of us. I guess they think we're mundane, but we are invisible forces and aligned with the invisible forces in the upper realms. And so with that, know that you can continue to have courage and continue to believe in yourself, because the upper realms, they definitely believe in us. Continue to hold on to that personal power and also be influential at this time, you guys. Not I think a lot of people think that they're the only ones going through these situations at this time, but this is on a large grand scale because this is spiritual warfare. And so for those of us that have been on our journeys for a while now, continue to be influential to the next person that hasn't found their voice. I will continue to say that over and over again, because we're supposed to take the confidence within ourselves and be able to pour that confidence and allow somebody else to be confident within themselves and be able to tame those beasts into gentle giants, I shall. Sorry, on the flip side of this, Karma feels feeling inadequate. They're having self-doubt, feeling weak, low self-esteem, and vulnerable. Had they had high self-esteem about themselves, none of this would even be going on in the first place, because they would know oneself and they would feel adequate within their own self. And a lot of these people thought they were powerful, big, bad, and bold, and now they're truly seeing that they are cowardly lions and they're not as powerful as they thought they were. Next card. Ten of Cups in the downright. Disconnected families. That's very much so true. Imbalance, broken, discord, inauthentic relationships, false sense of security, and misalliance. And that is very true. That's what happens when you are greedy and you want to be in control of everything. It will cause imbalance, and it causes broken families, and just it causes everything to fall apart. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Like Yeshua said, do you think I came to bring peace? No, he didn't come to bring peace this time. And we are the body of Christ. Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Metatron, please block communication errors at this time and return these energies and attacks back to the rightful senders and owners. Michelle. So yeah, they're feeling a false sense of security, as you can see right now. They don't want anybody to speak up for the injustices that they have been doing, but that's just too bad. Like I keep saying, it's coming out. So on the flip side of the Ten of Cups, for us, we are seeing harmony. We are seeking blissful relationships. We want to be emotionally fulfilled. We want that stability. We want to be idyllic, have peace and divine love. And at the end of the day, peace is priceless. It really is. A lot of people, Divine Collective, they were coming up after us, really at the end of the day, for inheritances, for life insurance, plots and plans that they put on our heads. And at the end of the day, it's about peace, and since they couldn't have any peace inside of their heads, they didn't want us to have any peace as well. They don't want us to find true divine love. They don't want us to be stable. They want us to be fulfilled emotionally, physically, monetarily, none of that. And so now that's exactly what they're going to have to suffer with, is not having any peace, especially within their own mind. And a lot of them are falling apart within their own minds, and they are definitely unstable in the mental department, obviously. And so that's really too bad, and they really need to go seek some professional help, I would say, at this time, because enough is enough. And we are in a time of God's promises right now. You see the rainbow, and we're at a time where those of us that want to have loving, genuine families, not just you know, direct family, soul family. We're finding our tribe, and we are finding blissful relationships in that way as well. We are all a part of this storybook, and how the storybook ends, well, we already know. So I shall to that. I'm happy and looking forward to the blessings that are pouring down at this time right now. Next card, the Chariot. Blocked by obstacles, lack direction, corrosion, forcefulness, powerlessness, facing opposition. This is exactly what they're doing. They were on a raw charge. I just see he's in the downright, of course. But at one point they were on a full charge as far as coming after us, and they didn't even know which way they were going, because the wooden signs at the crossroads had already been switched by the ones that had sent them our way. And now they are feeling powerless, and that's exactly how they need to be feeling for trying to oppress us, I would say, and trying to make us feel powerless and make us feel like we didn't know what direction we're supposed to be going on. Hold on to that direction. You know which direction you're going, Divine Collective, and we are charging full steam ahead. I love this card. I love seeing the the dust kicking back in the back. I love that, because we're full charge ahead. I'll just keep it at that. Strength of will, forward movement, determined, willpower, success, control, action, travel, focus. We are taking control of those reins, as you see, and we are focused in the forward movement of where we're going with our success. Determination is key with all of this, you guys, and so continue to move in a direction that is going to keep these haters in the dust, I would say. Keep them in Karmaville where they belong. Next card. Seven of Swords. Straighten the record. Getting caught. Confessions. Remorse. Come on, I know Seven of Swords. A lot of swords out there. Unworkable strategy. Come clean. Prick conscience. That's exactly what they did to themselves. They've pricked their own conscience, trying to come and stab us. A lot of the strategies that they thought were going to work out for them are unworkable. And they were unworkable from the beginning, but they just didn't know that, because everybody had the veil over their eyes. And now the veil has been ripped off on all sides. Everyone's getting caught, and it's confession time. A lot of people are feeling remorse, and a lot of people are unremorseful. They're just sorry that they got caught, and some of them will never come clean, and that's okay. Let them take those what they think to be secrets and cover-ups with them to their grave. It's just fine with us. On the flip side, and not what it seems. Cowardly, false pretenses, carrying things away, sneaky, betrayal, kidding away, self-interest, strategic, cheating, lying, mask. Exactly what they were doing. Being cowardly lions, like I said, selling false hopes, carrying things away as far as trying to take away our mental clarity, trying to take away our stability, just being sneaky little snakes at the end of the day. As you see, those swords that they had on standby, those are on standby for them, them trying to be strategic as far as cheating, lying, and wearing a whole bunch of masks. It's time for all the masks to fall off, and it's time for the sneaky things that these slithery snakes were doing. Everything's being brought to the light, and I'm very happy for that as well, because a lot of us are bold lions, and they wanted to try and put all their swords in us and try to take us out, pretty much like the Lion King, with Mufasa and Simba's uncle. I have an uncle that acts just like Simba's uncle and actually did some of the same things that Simba's uncle did. So, yeah, it's time for those swords to be put right back into them. I shall. Autumn equinox, prepare for change. A few months, make long-term plans, express gratitude, harvest fall. So for a lot of us, a lot of things will be wrapping up towards the fall, I guess I would say. And it's time to make those long-term plans right now. Continue to express gratitude to the Most High for the harvest that we are seeing actually right now for a lot of us divine chosen ones in this spring equinox. Dark to light, timing a few days. It's time. Act now, fresh start, awakening, spring. And yes, spring is here. So happy for that. A lot of us made it through the fall. We expressed our gratitude, and we did make those long-term plans in the fall. And now that it is springtime, it is time to start acting now. And forward movement and new partnerships and new adventures and new job opportunities. It's just time for a new fresh start and everything. So out with the old and in with the new. Those leaves from the trees have fallen off from the last spring, and a lot of those leaves were these karmic energies that had to fall off and get away from our stable roots and stable trunk and stable limbs. So now we're in the awakening seasoning. So enjoy the bloom. Next card. Ten of Coins, a family legacy. This is what a lot of us want. We want to have generational wealth. We want to be patriarchs that are seen for positivity, for leading in a right direction. Domestic duty. Continue to carry out being those magnificent mommies, daddies, brothers, sisters, cousins, children, and being able to I would say spread out domestic duties as far as who's supposed to do what, when, and how. As far as making the lineage a better lineage, just a better family, better overall everything. A lot of us will be buying houses and moving into new euphoric surroundings, I would say. And that could be not just, buying a house physically. It could be your own inner house. How much you pour into yourself, how much you invest in yourself. Asha, having an image that is in the upright. Not being seen as how a lot of these karmics wanted us to be seen. They wanted us to be seen as how they truly are. They wanted to take all their sins and all their hostility and all their trauma, hurt, and pain. They wanted to project that on us like we're wearing a white sheet, and they had the projector and they were displaying their life and their characteristics and their inner wantings, thoughts, and feelings. They projected that on the white sheet that they put on us, trying to hide us, and we're projecting who they are onto us and allowing the world to try and see us one way when underneath that sheet we're the complete opposite. And so right now we are being able to feel privileged. A lot of these people that came up after us, family, friends, co-workers, associates, so on and so forth, they've been living in a privileged status for quite some time now. And now it's time for them to feel like how we felt for all this time, and for them to feel unsecure at this time. I shall. On the flip side, the love of money. Yep. For the love of money. That's so true. Greedy people. A lot of family members, I would definitely say, took over a lot of old money and new money. They married in for money, married into names that are not theirs so that they could sign contracts to inherit certain benefits of the ancestors' old money, I would say, and to inherit benefits from our new money right now. Because they were so greedy, they are finding themselves bankrupt. A lot of their accounts are being shut down. A lot of them are losing businesses. A lot of them are being fired from their jobs. They're losing contracts, inheritance that they have taken over and stolen. They're losing all of that. There's a lot of family feuds going on because greed will do that. It causes feuds. There's a lot of money concerns going on. They're not knowing how they're going to get their next dollar, their next meal, or where they're going to stay the next night at this time. A lot of financial losses for the gains that they thought they had. So right now, a lot of families in the upside down, pets and all. And a lot of people are going to see themselves facing exactly what they put us through. And unfortunately, that's just something that they're going to have to go through, because you get what you give, and what they dished out, they are now getting back. And they dished out a lot of nothing to us, a lot of breadcrumbs to us. And so they can expect that right back. And if they get any breadcrumbs at this point, because the Most High is fed up, and so are a lot of us. So, for Divine Collective, continue to hold on to that spiritual wealth first and foremost. Before anything is in the physical, it needs to trickle down from the spiritual. So you can't expect to store up anything here in the physical realms if you haven't stored up anything in the houses of the Most High. Ashe. It's just not going to manifest. We have next the King of Cups, King of Emotions, emotional immaturity, overly emotional, manipulative, moody, repressed, withdrawn, focused on inner feelings, emotionally unavailable. And that doesn't just go for the masculines, goes for feminine too, because a lot of feminines want to be in masculine power, and a lot of masculines want to be in feminine powers. Is basically everybody wants to be something that they're not, and want to conquer and control. The flip side, I would say, like I said, a lot of women, they want to be more powerful, I guess you would say, and have more dominance, and so they want to be in the king energy. And a lot of kings, they like to want to possess the creativity of the divine feminine, and try to strip the essence and the creativity and the productivity of divine feminines. And so it can go both ways, but either way, either side, they're all feeling over emotional right now, and that's because they were manipulative, and that is because they withdrew from us, and they didn't want to focus on their own inner healing, their own inner feelings, and because they were first and foremost unemotionally available for themselves, they were emotionally unavailable for us as well, and we can't have that. And so that's why we walked away from a lot of these energies. On the flip side of the King of Cups, we have emotional mastery, and that's exactly what a lot of us are doing. We are balancing our emotions. We are focusing on our hearts, not allowing them to be hardened by those who tried to harden them. Keep those hearts soft, and keep them kind-hearted. Keep them in an understanding vibe. Continue to be highly intuitive, like I said. Be self-aware of who you are, diplomatic, standing strong for yourself and for others, being artistic and creative as far as how you ebb and flow in your emotional mastery. Continue to pick up on those psychic downloads and uploads from your ancestors and the Most High, and always follow your gut feelings, you guys, especially towards these karmic energies who right now are definitely in a gaslighting mode, wanting to stir up and create chaos for us. Continue to stand your ground on all forms, all aspects, and all realms, especially, I would say, in the diplomatic area, because right now there's a lot of government mind control that's been going on. A lot of us have been in the MK Ultra program since we were babies, and we have been put on secret watch lists because they know how diplomatic that we are, actually, and they know that we're going to stay on 10 toes down. They know that we want a abrupt change and an abrupt cycle to be put to an end in this time, as far as the power control and the greed. So yeah, just continue not to allow your heart to be as of the hearts of others, and allow your heart to be light as a feather at this time. I shall. Next card, we have the Two of Swords, frozen with indecision, unclear path, withholding, avoidance, stalemate, obstacles, impasse. So she is standing on top of the rocks. She's blindfolded. She's got her two swords, and she definitely can't see where she's going. She may stumble. She doesn't know. So let's see what the flip side of this card says. Attention, red flag. Stop, don't cross, going within, considering options, decisions, a clear warning. So pay attention to the red flags, guys. Don't allow yourself to even cross over that threshold. Definitely go within and consider different options. Definitely make clear decisions and hear the clear warnings from your spirit team at this time. Because like I said, it's just it's going to be a lot of people trying to be even more manipulative, acting as if they didn't do anything, acting as if you're the one that is crazy and that you don't know what's going on, and that you're out of your mind. No, we're not out of our mind. Continue to walk boldly with those two swords. And even though we are not able to see clearly down every path that we're going on, and because the Most High is withholding a lot of information from us, and that is for purpose, because one, it's supposed to be a surprise for us, and two, the Most High is withholding a lot of information because if these karmic energies get to them, then they're just going to try and find a way to throw more obstacles in our path. And so just make sure that you're, like I said, walking boldly with your swords, slicing and dicing, and making sure that the path that you're on doesn't have any fogginess to it. I would say cut through the fog. I shall. And the last card that fell out, Wheel of Fortune. Beyond your control. Challenges, external forces, upheaval, luck of the draw, karmic lessons for sure. Append. Turning point, big push. And this is our big push. And I would say that for that card right there. This is the big push, even though she's on the boulders and the rocks. And it doesn't look clear to her. We're at the turning point, as it says. And so just conquer those challenges that are coming your way and allow the external forces, which is your spirit guides and your team, to be able to help with the Wheel of Fortune, because everything is aligning up. The numbers, the letters, the symbols, it's all lining up. So this is our turning point, and with this, our big push. On the flip side, decisive moment. Change, life cycles, karma, destiny, good luck, expansion. It's time, fortune, change, and fate. It's time to take those karmic lessons that we learned in Karmicville, and it's time for expansion. It's time to encounter our changes and our fate in our lives. And a lot of these karmic energies, they wanted the wheel to go in their favor, and they wanted to change the fate of our lives. And fortunately for us, we are seeing the dharma for the karma that they have been doing. A lot of us have faced a lot of life cycles, and we've had to face a lot of roads where we have to really look into our inner selves, and we definitely had a lot of decisive moments, whether we were going to move forward or whether we were going to stay stuck with these karmic energies and surroundings. And so now that the wheel has turned in our favor, you guys, make sure that you are expanding into your destiny as far as tuning in with the Most High, because the Most High has always known our destiny, always knew our outcome in life. And a lot of things that have been thrown at us, like I said, they weren't for ill purpose. They were so that we could be built stronger, better, and be able to move forward in the knowing of who we are, and being able to grasp and allow these changes and effects in our life to be able to push us into a forward movement into our future destinations. And for on the flip side, while I say destinations, a lot of these karmic energies, they're going to be seeing a lot of final destination and not knowing when it's going to hit, and that's their karma. So just continue to move with the wheel of life. Continue to let that wheel steer your ships, you guys, and be able to move in the ebb and flow in the deep oceans of waves, which would be your emotions, you guys. Continue to battle those emotions, because at this time, the karmic world is really trying to lay it on thick. So, and also know that you can always call on your archangels, the Most High, and your ancestors. Like this weekend, I was experiencing a migraine wanting to come on, and I know that wasn't my energy. And all I did was simply ask the Most High to clear it up out of my path and to return it to the rightful sender. And just like that, it went right back. Also was feeling some nausea and a little bit of fatigue, and just really had to battle that this weekend. But we overcame and we got through it, and those energies have been returned to the rightful senders, you guys. So just, continue to call back your power and also your energy always. Pull some spiritual oracle, maybe with a few encouraging messages. And I'm gonna pull off of here, you guys. All right. First card. Let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. And that's exactly what I said. Out with the old, in with the new. Making sure that you're not focusing on the thoughts of others, paying attention to whose voice is speaking inside your ear. Is it you or is it others? And if it's others, do not be governed by them. Simply choose, like it says, to take aligned actions and choices. Allow yourself to move with the fortune of the wheel. If you think you are alone, you are not. We are beside you in all challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome of every situation. We have your best interests at heart. We love you. And that's exactly what I was saying. You're never alone. A lot of us feel like we're going through these situations by ourselves. But like I said, this is spiritual warfare, and it's going on for many of us divine chosen ones at this time. Just know that everything is going to work out and that you are protected at all costs. No matter how much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth, so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and will do this. Continue to move forward with those Two of Swords like she did. And I know it feels like we're being pushed and pulled and attacked in every aspect and in all forms, but don't let the swirling chaos around you make you feel like you don't have any confidence to move forward. Michelle, because you can do it and you will. If you pay close attention, you will notice all doors that once closed are opening up, just in different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned, and that's so true. Divine Collective, as far as it comes with our destinies, a lot of us seeing our destinies going a different way. But at the end of the day, it's been designed. Our destinies have been designed by the Most High, and they are forming exactly how they should. And it's not always in one's own eye that we see how it's going to work out or how it's going to play out, but just know that the outcome is going to be way much better than you thought it was going to be. So just hold on to that and hold on to those rainbows of promises. Be clear about where you are putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcome. You have everything within to create the life of your dreams. Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. We've got you. Divine Tribe, Archangel Michael, please. I know they're just so mad. They're so mad. And that's too bad. That's too bad. So, Divine Collective, don't ever doubt yourself. The reason that a lot of these entities and covens and cults and just karmics in general came after you in the first place is because they seen how energetic and magnificent you truly are. If they didn't have anything to come up after, then they wouldn't have. They would have left us alone. But they see the full potential and the wealth in us. And so Just know that while they're being focused on you, that the Most High is focused on you, and to continue to focusing on your own self, Ashel, and be clear about who you are and where you're going. Learn to ride the waves of life. When faced with difficult times, you can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy, fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. Do not fight against the storms in life. You don't have to do that always. Allow the Most High to still and quiet and calm those waters, Ashel. There's nothing that we need to fight up against in the first place, because the battle, though we face many battles, the war has already been won, you guys. There's nothing to be gained in being stuck in your own sewage, I would say. Don't deplete your energy because others are trying to siphon off of it. Fight for yourself, and don't allow these karmic energies who are fighting against you to allow yourself to fight with yourself, if that makes sense, Ashel. Just learn to ride those waves. I'm going to randomly pick a card to see what questions we can leave ourselves with today. I'm going to try to pick a different card that we have not seen yet. Let's do this. Alright, the card I randomly picked, Believe in Myself. As you see, stand on that cliff. Flowy dress, just elegant, just going with the wind, I would say. In her Pocahontas colors of the wind moments. Believe in myself. What does this say? Who I want to be. A card about holistic vision of yourself in the future. About imagining who I want to become without limits or compromises. Questions we can ask ourselves today. Who do I want to become? What do I imagine for myself 5 to 10 years from now? And what in me already matches this version? So some good questions to ask for the day. And I would suggest writing some of those things down. Because when you write things down, they tend to usually stick longer. Ashel. So find that holistic version of yourself, and allow yourself to holistically heal as well. Ashel. And because the things that we pour into ourselves now will create longevity and endurance in the future to come. So healthy habits, healthy mentality, and healthy life, you guys. Ashel, be who you want to be. That is the ultimate goal. It's not about what everybody else has going on around you. It's not about their placements of power and their so-called status. It's not about any of that. It's about who you want to be, and who you want to be being able to change the world. Ashel, for everyone. Well, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope the rest of your day goes supremely, and please stay encouraged, keep your heads up, and keep those crowns adjusted. Stay away from the spiritual haterade bullets, as I would say. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.